What's going on, everybody? What's going on? Is everybody doing all right? Now, why is everybody coming to Kenny Atkinson's aid? But when Tyronn Lue was fired like he was, or David Blatt was fired, they was like, yo, man, it's cool. They need to be fired. But everybody coming to, oh, Kenny Atkinson, Mr. Act. For one, I want to ask, what championship did this guy win? What championship did he take somebody to? He wasn't going to help the Nets in the long run. The Nets in the long run were going to be with him. It was going to clash. Kevin Durant and Kyrie like things a certain way. And if you're not able to handle those personalities, you're not going to be there. The first mistake that he made was when he didn't start DeAndre Jordan. If you've been watching the NBA, you've seen. Now, Kenny Atkinson was supposed to get this team at least to the 5th seed without Kevin Durant this year, but he failed. And one of his biggest problems, and it wasn't Kyrie, because everybody going to blame Kyrie because, you know, Kyrie's name's on it. He's a big name. When he benched Spencer Dinwiddie, that really hurt him. Spencer Dinwiddie was balling. Now, people are going to say, well, the team balling without Kyrie. Well, are they? They're really the same team to me, minus D'Angelo Russell. They started out like in a 12th or 13th in the season, and they got up to the 8th or 7th seed. They did the same thing they did last year. They really didn't really get better or even worse. But in the long run, if you want to win a championship, to me, they need to bring a coach in who has experience, who knows who's going to listen to what KD and Kyrie want if you want to win a championship. But the thing the Nets has to do is they have to figure out a way to incorporate Kyrie and Dinwiddie together. And the best way to me is Kyrie can play without the ball in his hands. He did it with LeBron. He did it with Tatum and them. And Hayward, he could play without the ball in his hands. He could run at the 2 on offense. And then on defense, he could do like Allen Iverson used to do. Go at the 1, play the 1, defend the 1. But Dinwiddie, I would leave with the ball in his hand because Dinwiddie really is not a good off-the-ball player. He's not. That's why last year when you saw D'Angelo Russell in, they brought Dinwiddie off the bench because Dinwiddie and Russell, they do the same thing, and it kind of bumped heads a lot. If you watch that playoff series with the Sixers, they mainly hurt themselves because those two couldn't play in the backcourt together. They dominated the ball too much. Now, to me, that's what I would do, get a coach and everything. But Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant, to me, it's going to be interesting to see. To me, Caris LeVert is going to be an intricate part. Now, if they don't keep Dinwiddie, LeVert is going to probably step up more. And you got others like Taurean Prince. Taurean Prince is going to be straight. You could put him in there with KD. They'll work well off each other. DeAndre Jordan is going to be your guy in the middle. The problem I have with DeAndre Jordan is he's never developed his game. He does the same thing he did when he first came to the league, which is catch lobs and get rebounds. And it's like the post game and the mid-range game is dead. But to me, Brooklyn, to me, is going to probably make the 7th spot. Most likely they'll get bounced in the first round. But when they're getting a coach, everyone's saying bring Ty Lue in. I wouldn't bring Ty Lue in. Ty Lue, to me, it wouldn't work because you don't have the NBA on your side. It's just you there. So to me, what I would do is I would get Mark Jackson, or I would go after somebody, you know, who has been in that situation. You know, but Kenny Atkinson, he's a good coach for. I would like to see Kenny Atkinson in Orlando with the Magic, but, you know, Clifford's been doing a decent job. My Magic are 8th, but to me, he needs to be on a team that needs to get rebuild and put in work, and he needs to do that. He needs to pick a team like the Utah coach has, Quinn Snyder. That's the type of coach he is. He needs to be with a team without the egos of superstars. That's why Brad Stevens struggled last year, because Kyrie's a superstar. And Tatum, he's reaching that superstar level, but the difference between Tatum is Tatum had to get humbled after last year putting up a bad performance. But the Celtics look good, and everybody's saying that the Celtics and the Heat are going to challenge the Bucks. I don't know, because the Celtics and the Heat are great at home, but on the road, they're terrible. They both do not do well on the road. I don't know if they have some bad food on the road, or they just not up for it. But, you know, the playoffs are different. And Toronto, the reason everyone's counting them out is, what are they going to do when Siakam is the main focal point, when people are focused on him? And we know what Kyle Lowry going to do in big games. So we got to wait and see. But can the Raptors make a run? They can. They're deep enough. But is Siakam going to be that star? That's the issue I have. I don't know if he's ready to take that leap. But if he is, they'll be dangerous. He'll be dangerous. But I still got the Bucks going to the championship. I don't see anybody beating Giannis and them in 4 straight times. I just don't. I think Giannis is going to get them boys over the top. They're going to get to where they got to get to. But the Brooklyn Nets thing, you guys have got to stop caping for Kenny Atkinson when you guys didn't cape this hard for Dwayne Casey when he got let go by the Raptors, which that was a travesty. Mark Jackson got let go by the Warriors. But y'all don't talk about them. Y'all want to talk about Kenny Atkinson, who looking like Mr. Anderson off of Men in Black. Like, not Men in Black, but The Matrix. He looking like Mr. Anderson off The Matrix. The guy is a good motivator. He's not a great X's and O coach, because without Kyrie, Dinwiddie and them were struggling anyway. Their offensive sets were horrible. If not for them having shot creators like Prince could create his own shot, Dinwiddie, Karis LeVert is great at doing it, they would be in like the 12th or 13th seed right now. Seriously. But Kyrie gonna get the blame because he Kyrie. So if y'all want to blame him, that's fine with me. I don't think it's his fault. I don't think it's KD's fault. I just never seen Kenny Atkinson being there before the season, being there next year, because I just don't see him as being a coach to coach a championship team. I may be wrong, but I just never saw it. But you guys have a good day. Let me know what you think. You think it's Kyrie's fault? Let me know. You know, comment. I'm going to be on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Let me know what you think about it. If you think it's his fault, or do you think KD has something to do with it? Let me know.